Okay, YouTube, here we are once again. We're in the shop of the budget Fox body Mustang drag cars, blah blah blah. Um, I guess I'll run through the motor real quick of what's going to be powering the newest car. It's nothing fancy. I don't want to get in a whole long thing. I'll sit here and talk forever on these stupid videos. Um, it is a 1972 block. It's a 308. I bought this motor about 20 years ago for $150 with some ported 302 heads and a torquer intake and an 850 Holly on it. And drove it for a few years in one of my cars, and then I pulled it out, and it had a big solid lifter cam in it. Well, big for the time, I guess. And I ended up selling the heads, and I sold the intake and the carburetor. It was years and years and years ago. And now I was putting this other car together. I didn't have a motor. Under normal circumstances, I would have went and got a let's get that out of there. Went and got a Explorer short block or something along those lines, but I had this laying around. It's been sitting on an engine stand, just the short block, sitting on an engine stand. It wasn't covered, nothing. It is pretty terrible. So I got it out of the shop and decided I would use this in the next project car, and I'll run through it real quick. It's a 308 TRW piston, stock rods, 3/8 rod bolt, and it was built probably in 91. It's just a flat top, nothing fancy. It's got a set of junkyard GT40 heads on it with a set of springs from Alex Parts. It's got stock rockers. It's got a, well, let me go around here. It's got a oil pan from a 78, 79 Fairmont with 302, because it's got the dipstick in the pan, not in the block. I was going to use a Canton race pan that I had here that I got from a friend of mine. He blew up a motor and dinged the pan up, and I beat it back in submission and had it on here, but it wouldn't clear the Craigslist headers that I bought. Some old, they're like Flowtech or whatever they are. They're, just garbage. I paid $70 for them, and a $7 can of barbecue paint, and all of a sudden they start looking like race car stuff. Anyway, so I had to get this oil pan. I just got it the other day, got it put on, so the headers are clear, and the cam in it is the mighty E303. I know, garbage. A friend of mine gave it to me just to put in here, get it running, because I didn't want to do stock cam. And it's got, hold on a second, let me pop the top. Ooh, that's heavy. It's got the there we go. Ugh, man, it's tough being a weakling. It's got the eBay Chinese lifters. Freaking awesome. I also had to buy retrofit push rods. For anybody that's thinking about doing this, you're gonna have to get a set of push rods. I got mine from Jags. They were competition cams. They were about $57. So I got those got all that garbage in. It's got used head gaskets. The same friend that gave me the cam was changing heads on one of his cars, and I asked him what he was going to do with those old head gaskets. They're the 39 thou Felpros, 1101-2s or whatever, and he said nothing, wasn't going to reuse them. So I put them on. He also gave me his standard rotation water pump, and it's got a junkyard timing cover and a AutoZone timing chain. The intake, I know everyone's gonna get on me in the comments section. It's got a Victor Jr. single plane. Don't run a single plane on the street and all this kind of stuff. Okay, I'll not listen. It's also got I think I paid for that. I think intake I paid $70 for it. Anyway, it's also got a 600 double pumper on it. I paid $40 for that thing 20 something years ago. I just bought a kit and put in it, blew it all out and stuff, and not that it was bad, it just needed some fresh gaskets and accelerator pump diaphragms, so on and so forth. I've already primed it up with, sorry, spinning you guys around, with my little priming tool. It's a 1/4 inch socket welded onto an extension, put it in the drill, primer up. Should be good to go. So that's the motor that will be powering the newest project car. These valve covers, I bought these valve covers around 1994. Sold them to a friend and bought them back from him probably 10 years ago. And I guess I'll finally use them again. So it's probably not gonna make a ton of power. I'm not a dyno guy, go to the track. We'll see how it runs when I put it in the car. I don't expect it to be super fast, but once I get to show you what car it's going in, we'll see what our expectations are going to be. All right, till next time, peace out.